This is how you set up an automated email workflow on ActiveCampaign. Once I log into ActiveCampaign, I go ahead to the left-hand side. You see this nice little spinning wheel cog arrow thingamajigger. Click on that right there. Go over here. It'll default to where it has automations. You go up in your top right-hand corner and see Create an Automation. Once you click on that, the screen will go ahead and take a second, load this up, give you a ton of templates to make sure that you're all set and that you can find anything that you can possibly need in here. But for the basis of this and kind of standing with a starting point, explain this, I'm just going to start from super scratch. I'm going to click on this and hit continue. Now that it's going to hop us over here into the kitchen where we're going to go ahead and cook this thing up with the pure materials. Now, I'm gonna go ahead and say here that they subscribe to a list. Okay, that's the typical thing. And again, there are many different ways and many different strategies to work a workflow. This is a simple, quick walkthrough to get you started. When I do here, you're gonna want to select your specific list. And I would run once for now for simplicity. Also, I wouldn't worry about segmenting just yet. Just click add start. Okay. Of course, you pick the list that you want people to come in from. Once you get here, typically I'm going to send an email immediately. Okay. You do not have any emails to send. And again, it says create an email to get started. Okay. So I'm naming this test email. Hit create. Okay. Once you do this, it'll give you a bunch of templates. Again, choose the template of your choice. I am gonna go ahead here and use a past email, which makes my life easier. I just go here and I'm gonna say use this template, test email, okay, and hit continue. Once I do that, that's gonna load up. It pulls up this particular email. I can edit this to match the the sequence that I'm trying to build out here. Of course, you can go in here and type in whatever you want. Okay, and of course I can type in send me food. That is always an option. You are always welcome to send us food. Once you're done, you can hit on next. Okay, it'll pull you right back in to the lab here in a moment after you just review this. Make sure you check your spam score. Of course, it's dinging me here. And again, we've talked about that in the email on the video on how to create an email. Make sure you check that video out. I'm gonna go ahead and click on finish here. Okay, and save. Of course, you can actually preview the email just by hovering here. So that way it'll be easy for you to figure out what's going on. A couple easy tips are to make sure that you label this appropriately when you create it. So that way you know what your email is actually about. That'll make it easy to find and identify emails in longer sequences. Okay, I'm gonna go here and hit plus. I'm gonna add a wait time. So I'm gonna go to condition and workflows. I'm going to go to wait. Okay, wait a specified period of time. I'm going to say wait for a day. And so what we can do now is go ahead and set up the next email after this. So somebody will come in, it'll get this immediate email, it'll wait for a day, and then it'll do some other action such as send an email. You can send a text message, but you have to have the you have to have the one of the more expensive plans to do that. I think it's the Plus or the Pro plan to do that. Or you can send yourself notification if you would like to as well. That is also an option. You have other things like if, else, splits, go to other options, etc. We will walk through those in a more in-depth video. Again, it's just a quick walkthrough on how you set up automated emails, because that's typically what you will need to do. So when you're done with this, once you hit the wait, again, you can go ahead and set up another email if you would like, and continue this process as much as you would love to do. Again, you can stretch out and change the time frames from minutes, hours, days, weeks, months, years, decades, millennia, if ActiveCampaign is around that long. I know there'll be limits to some stuff, I get it, but here you go. And you can wait for or wait until as well. That is also an option. So that's really about it. If you have any questions, let me know. When you're done with this, of course, you will want to click to end the automations. That way this really ends and clears out as it should, or you can send them to a different automation. So let's say you have a different sequence set up with a different set of emails, or maybe you have a more general workflow. You can always send them to that as well. When you're done, just make sure you click on this active button here, and it'll make this thing live. If you have any other questions, if you want any other help and you want to hand off this tech stuff to a team, make sure you check out the link in the description and go over to automatewithease.com. I'll see you in the next video.